Hallo miteinander, das ist die erste Folge von Taxi Müller und unser erster Gast, den wir umeinander fahren, das ist der neue ZSC-Headcoach, der Ricard Grönborg. Wir sind im Moment hier ganz unten im P3 vom Swiss Hotel in Oerlikon. Weiter runter geht es nicht mehr. Er ist ganz zuoberst am Pressekonferenz gegeben, mit schöner Aussicht. Und jetzt haben wir dann da das Vergnügen, ihm ein paar Fragen zu stellen, wenn er dann irgendwann einmal auftaucht. Ricard,
Hello.
good to see you.
How you doing?
How are you?
Good. Yourself?
Get in. Good, thank you.
Thanks.
How was the press conference?
That was good.
Yeah?
It was good. Yeah, good, interesting questions.
Mostly good questions? Or what?
No, they're of course all good questions.
Yeah, of course. You
But,
gotta say this.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I think a lot of people are obviously very curious about where we're at right now. So I think that's important for us to kind of tell the status. And
Yeah.
you know, I've only been there for we've only worked together for 8 months. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of new stuff for a lot of people, but it's been fun so far.
Good, good. Glad to hear that. That's great. Where we
Thanks
heading?
for the ride, by the
Oh,
way.
no problem. My
Yeah.
pleasure. My pleasure. Where are we heading to?
Something called Winkle, the way I understand.
Winkle.
Yeah. No, say it the Swiss way.
Winkel.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I have the.
You're doing great. You're doing.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I got it. So that's home, right?
Yeah. Right
Okay.
now it is. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Good. Okay.
You know, it's a nice place. We're starting at. I mean, obviously, it's a little bit outside, and it's been. There's a lot of green around ourselves, and we like that part of it. So it's been really nice experience.
You're settling in okay.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's been really good actually. We really enjoy it, and it's nice to go for walks out there and you see the Swiss cows. You know. So
That's like
yeah.
that's a Swiss experience you want, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
The cowbells and everything, you know. So.
There you go.
And we also found out about why you're wearing cowbells. And,
Why is that though?
the way I understood it was to scare away the.
Now I
predators.
learned something
The
Swiss from a
predators.
Swede or an
Well,
American.
That's what it told me anyway. So they scared away the predators. That's trying to.
Oh,
So I thought it was to
Okay.
try to find them. But,
Exactly,
you know,
exactly. I
But,
thought
maybe
so
it's
too.
both. I don't know.
I thought so too.
It was what was explained to me, but
Okay.
it's interesting. But
Okay, definitely.
yeah, no, so it's nice when you go for a walk with my dog and everything else and the family, and take that time, and that you can actually breathe and you see beautiful mountains and everything
Yeah.
surrounding it. So it's been it's been really good.
I'm glad to hear that. We just talked about the press conference, and I gotta say, it's very impressive, your beard that you got going there. If you want to have a look at our iPad over there to your right,
Yeah,
there you find a picture of you at a press conference as well.
yeah,
So is that you, really?
yeah. That's me.
If you want to show it to our camera back here, we have one there too, so they know what you're looking at
Yeah.
as well. So this is you. When was that?
I'm not sure. It looks. Oh, I know exactly what it's at. It's Junior World Championships 2000 and I think it's 14
Okay.
in Skåne, Malmö, and I look really stressed. I must be must be after a loss against Finland in the finals.
You look different.
Yeah, no, I do.
Fits you really well.
Yeah, I look at myself in the mirror. I look like my dad. He had a beard, so more than anything else. No, it was something after, I would say, just when I started as a national team head coach. I think my wife gave me you should start growing a beard. I said, my beard is really great now. I used to have a goatee and all that stuff back in the days. So I colored my beard, and so that's kind of how it started. And you kind of enjoyed going to the barber once in a while and get the treatment, but. Mostly, it's kind of stay with me for a while, and I think some people probably don't recognize me if I shave it off. My girls, including my daughters,
Yeah.
because I shaved it off after we won 17 against Canada in the finals
Yeah.
there, and I promised to the team. I made a promise before that I'll shave off my beard, or someone gave.
When you win the title.
Yeah, if you guys win the World Championships, will you shave off your beard? I said, yeah, sure, I'll shave it off. I'll do anything to win, right? So I shaved it off. My daughter my oldest was so disappointed. She's
no.
Yeah, she didn't recognize her dad, so.
Oh God.
So I had to go back to the beard again.
Now you told me the story about the cowbells, so you learned already something about Switzerland. I think you learned a lot about Switzerland before you came here.
Can I say something before
Of
you
course.
I learned something about that too. There was a speed camera right there, so
Oh, yeah.
you got to watch out for that.
So what exactly did you learn? How much it costs as well?
No, actually, knock on wood, I haven't received a ticket yet. So, but
well, that doesn't mean that you won't get one.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
That's true. That's why I knocked on wood there. But yeah, no, that's something you guys are, you like rules. Well, we do in Sweden too. We have a lot of rules in Sweden, so it's nothing too serious. But you guys are, if it's 50, it's 50. It's not 52.
Yeah, it's not 52.
No.
52 gets you a ticket. I know, maybe 53.
Yeah.
So you got 3 kilometers in there. So that's Switzerland, right?
Yeah, that's good.
That's our range, kind of. But you like that whole organization thing too. You said that you think you will fit in quite well here.
Yeah,
because
I do. Yeah,
you appreciate order when everything's in order.
Yeah, ordning. Yeah, I like. I like that. I think if you have a set of rules are going by, I think the result's going to be a lot better than. But at the same time, I don't think the rules should overcome the personalities of people. I think I think there needs to be some allowance of people to be themselves. You can't take that away from them, because that'd be boring if everyone needs to be the same. But there's also a set of rules that I think everyone needs to abide by being part of a society and also obviously a team. You know.
Yeah. So it seems that you fit in quite well, and I think you got some information as well from a good friend called Don Tanyas, zoo coach. And if you want to get that iPad again,
okay.
He left a little message for you and told us a little bit about how you guys communicated.
Here we go.
Of course, we talked on the phone. I told Rikard about a lot of good things in Switzerland, but also about a little bit of the differences between Swiss culture and Swedish culture that he has to be prepared for, both on a private basis, but even coaching. So I think it's a little bit of difference between coaching in Switzerland and coaching in Sweden. So I try to prepare him a little bit for that. All right, Rikard, now that you're in Switzerland, du musst Schweizerdeutsch lernen. So do you know the words Schwingerkönig, Alpel de Macron, Gochi Gasly? Good luck with that. Ha det miteinander.
He's doing quite okay. What about you?
Right now it's only Hochdeutsch, but yeah, no, that was.
Do you know
nice
those words though?
No, but it sounded like it was a lot of food.
Yeah, one of them definitely was.
Yeah.
The Gochi Gasly is like that main thing that we try to teach everyone when we go abroad. It's like a kitchen cupboard, right?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I was just saying that for the radio upstairs, and I think I slaughtered it, but I'll hopefully get better. That's the one that's new to me. I'm interested in culture. I'm interested in language, and I obviously with Don being so kind and helped me out. I know Don pretty well, and I think he's done a tremendous job down here. And I know he's a very good coach, because I had the pleasure of watching him in Sweden as well. So, but to him to kind of help me out a little bit with his experience and his knowledge about what's going on down here is I think it's pretty important. That's to me is doing due diligence in the sense of if this is a good fit for myself or not. So I am pretty impressed the way he was pronouncing all the Swiss words there, and I hope to catch up with him. It's only been a month here.
He's a year ahead of you, so don't worry about it. When it comes to your family, because they are here as well with you, your 2 daughters, your wife, I saw a home video about you, and there's a beautiful sign at the wall. Well, it was in Sweden, and it said, "A man's got to do what a man's got to do." Do you know how it's ending?
Yes.
Please tell us.
And my wife will tell me what that is. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Is she really bossy? Is Donnie really bossy?
No, not at all. Not at all. It was actually it was a gag gift at a Christmas party, but I liked it a lot, so I was going after it. It was kind of one of those gifts you're exchanging hands, and at the end you end up with a gift, and that was the sign I got, and I kind of jokingly bring that out once in a while.
Yeah.
We have quite a bit of signs at home, and there's another one that says this marriage is on hold because of the hockey season. So we do have some signs that are pretty funny, and at the same time with a little bit of truth to it, because all the jokes have a little bit of truth to it.
I think so too. I think so too.
No.
Happy wife, happy life.
There's no question of it, and she's such a big part of making this decision to move down here too, and her comfort level of being here is obviously tremendously important for myself. So, yeah, no, there's quite a few funny signs we have.
And your older daughter, Chloe, is she 7 now?
She's 7.
And does she actually play hockey? Is that right?
She does. Yeah, I was at her practice yesterday. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no.
How's she doing?
Good. She's doing real well. She's a good little skater. She's trying to figure out that thing with actually playing, because she's been mostly skating, school, and everything else. But I was impressed with the practice. They had practice there with her new team, and she likes that. We tried quite a few different things when it comes to sports, and that's one thing that's stuck. And everyone said, "Oh, no wonder," but it wasn't actually because
you weren't pushing it.
No, actually, I wasn't. I thought it was my duty to teach her how to skate, because I think that should, if you're from Sweden, you should know how to skate. But other than that's kind of what she had a bunch of friends in Sweden that. Girls and boys that wanted to play on the same team, and that's right now she's excited about it. So
fantastic. If you don't mind, we have some pictures on the pad there when it comes to Grace, and I think already at birth, but also weeks after and the months after, there was a lot of uncertainty. You can just push play. That was in a Swedish newspaper where we found those pictures. How was the situation with Grace, and how is it now?
Obviously very scary, especially with to start out with the breathing. It wasn't normal breathing. We noticed that right away, and so obviously we we checked it out pretty quickly, and when we got a diagnosis of that her throat wasn't fully developed. And there was mostly, very soft tissue. Yeah. So she stops breathing quite a bit in the middle of the night, and we had to wake her up. And it happened, I would say, probably 5-6 times an hour. We had to wake her up to start out with, and it was really stressful. And and she had an alarm on her stomach, but at the same time was, it's I think that's probably a good part of being in a competitive sports, because you're looking at the task and okay, what can we do, and instead of what could happen. My wife was unbelievable when it comes to making sure that Grace got the best care and everything else. And obviously, fortunate enough to live in Sweden, where we got quite a bit of help. And there's been other issues after that, but it seems like the more. The older she gets, she grows the way she should, and I think that's the biggest part of her development is going in the right direction. And now she runs around, and all she does is a big smile, And so going from where we were about a year ago to now, I mean, it's been an unbelievable stressful year for the whole family. There's no question of that. But every family and everyone in anyone's life is going through challenges. It's just how you take them on in the way we see it, and knock on wood again, it seems like it's going in the right directions.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, and best of luck to your family. And is there any time you got on your hands, like besides your family and hockey, to do something, like hobby-wise?
As of right now, not really. Perfectly honest. The time to relax is with the family, and you have the barbecue or whatever, and you put a nice steak on, and kind of, my wife is an unbelievable cook, so it's that's kind of the family gathering in which we're trying to have as many dinners together as possible, and being around them. But I enjoy, like last night, I went to Chloe's practice and got to watch a little bit of youth hockey, and that's kind of relaxing as well, and just kind of keep focused on that. But as in the season is not a lot of time to do anything else, and I'm fine with that. I really am. So right now those are my two most important things that I have.
I don't have a stake. I don't have a stake back there, but there's some stuff if you want to have a look right there. There's a nice little back of a company. I don't know, maybe you've heard of it. And some drinks, food, whatever you feel like.
Well, looks like a good little picnic bag there.
Yeah. Well, have something, Please help yourself.
If it wasn't a kid's show, I'd probably go for the beer, but
So this is everything from Sweden, right? I mean, is there anything that you like best back there?
Yeah, there's quite a few things. So I like all of it. Gifflar, it's pretty famous. You know, cinnamon rolls. It's you know, we also have kafferep is called in IKEA. It's kind of a cookie with chocolate in the middle of it.
Yep.
You have different flavorings on that too, but you know, yeah, you usually fika is pretty important. So, I don't know if you know the word fika.
What is that?
It's coffee and you have something sweet with the coffee. It's kind of a break, you know, like in Sweden, it's almost a religious little bit of, you know, at a certain hour you have to have fika with everyone around.
Okay.
You know, so and if you don't have fika ready to go, if someone comes to visit you, you're in big trouble.
You're in big trouble.
So you know,
you're a bad host.
Yeah, no, this is good stuff though. And
drinks as well.
Yeah,
so
it looks like a lot of that stuff that I shouldn't be eating. That's for sure. I mean, we have because of the. This is kind of one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of a pepper cookie. We call it ginger thins with almonds. Yeah. It's kind of a favorite. It's not as fattening maybe some other stuff, but it's all good stuff.
Whatever you feel like.
You want to try something? Or?
Oh, sure. Yeah, sounds great.
It's gonna be dry now. Have coffee.
True. Actually, I should have coffee. I'm a bad host.
Swedes, I think we're second behind Finland when it comes to per capita of drinking coffee.
Is that right?
Yeah. There you go. Grab that one.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's a good one.
Yeah, coffee's missing for sure.
Yeah.
That's good. The coffee would fit really well.
A little bit dry, huh? When you eat stuff from Sweden, do you feel like you are like a typical Swede? Would you say? In certain ways, I guess I'm a typical Swede, but I think I'm a little different in the way of, because I do have an experience of living outside the country and done so practically half my life.
Yeah.
I think I have probably a different perspective of things,
yep.
and rightfully so, right? So, but when it comes to a lot of stuff, I'm very Swedish, and my wife keeps reminding me of that. But I think in that sense, and there's nothing obviously I'm proud to be Swedish. There's nothing that's anything bad or anything, you know. But I think that the biggest thing that Swedes are known for, and I think that's kind of summarized myself too, is I'm very loyal. And that's something that I really believe in. And if you're loyal to people around yourself and everything else, I think you're going to get a lot of loyalty back. And if you look at my track record, I don't think I left any places in my work life with a bitter taste in anyone's mouth. So
good for you.
So I'm pretty fortunate that way. But again, I think what you give is what you're going to get back as well. So. And that's I firmly believe in that. I think that's a little bit Swedish too. I think we're pretty loyal to the group of people around ourselves.
What about your American side? What is typically, typical American about you?
I think I'm more straightforward now than I was when I moved over to the U.S. I think. Also, when it comes to the loyalty part of it, I think sometimes the Swedes can be a little bit redundant, and myself included. I'm not okay. You can't, ask everyone about what their opinions are because no decision is going to be made. I think the straightforwardness of somewhere along the line, the decision needs to be made, and you need to live with that because you made that decision based on the information you had at that point of time.
Right.
Right. And sometimes you make wrong decisions, but you made a decision.
Yep. So,
and I think that the straightforwardness and everything else with the that I think I've learned from that culture, and so there's a little bit of both in me for sure.
Yeah.
And I think and the same thing is now is part of my personality, really. So.
And I think it's a perfect mixture for a great coach, a great hockey coach, if you have the Swedish and the American thing in you. we have another message over there. When it comes to you being a hockey coach, it's maybe easier for other people to say what kind of hockey coach you are.
So Rickard is one of the most passionate hockey people I've ever met. He's very well organized, always very well prepared and very detailed. So if you ask the players he coached or people knowing him from Swedish hockey, it's probably the first thing that will pop up is passionate and detailed.
Detailed, hockey nerd, straight, honest, and doesn't bother around too much. Try to keep it professional with the players.
You know, there is Carl Klingberg as well, won the championship with you in 17. And what he says is actually you don't really want friendships with your players. Is that right?
I want to have a relationship with the players in the sense of professionalism, but at the same time, I think Carl agrees with it. We can probably joke around too. I'm not. I know both him and his brother quite well from different championships and whatnot, and they're really. They're tremendous to work with. And Carl has such a passion for what he's doing, and he's driving every day. Like he's driving it every day and live it to his fullest, and that's a passion that every coach loves. But I want to make sure that they know that I'm always going to stick up for him. I'm always going to be there for him. I'm going to no matter what, if you're part of what we're doing together, I'm always going to be there for him. And I think that's the biggest thing. And I appreciate Don saying those words about me, because that's how I see myself a little bit. And hopefully he does say it after we played him too.
Yeah, I guess I have to say congratulations.
Yeah.
It was brutal, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
How was it for you?
No, obviously it was pretty good, but what I think you forget is that I also have 7 silver medals, at least 7 silver medals. So I've been on the losing end too, and I know how small those margins are to be successful or not, and that's why I take my job so seriously, like every day. And I think that's what little Carl and Don were talking about is, I know I only have so much time with these players that I want to make the fullest of it, and that's why I'm so focused. The thing I'm mostly proud of, and I said it several times, is that I've been part of these tremendous athletes and everything else. I mean, some are now multi-millionaire players that play in the NHL to even the guys that play in lower levels. Just being part of their lives has been for me a huge honor and anything else. I mean, I think that's what I'm going to remember. Anything else from all these years with the Federation, and hopefully I'll get the same. I know I will get the same feeling from my time in Switzerland and working with the players here.
When you think about it, those millionaires that you talk about, those star players in Sweden, you could actually handle them really well and put them together really well and get the best out of them. And when we talk about the ZSC Lions, obviously we talk about a star team as well, and they needed someone. They were looking for someone being the boss and putting those stars together, playing as a great team. Do you see that comparison as well, coming to the ZSC Lions now?
I think there was obviously a reason for the organization and Peter and Sven in particular to recruit me and pursuing me, and they felt I was a good fit, and I felt I was a good fit too in the situation they're at right now. And at the same time, I know you're never going to win a championship with a bunch of name on a piece of paper. I know it's going to be a daily work that needs to be done, and that's what I love about the whole thing is I'm fortunate now to wake up in the morning and go down to the office every morning and be down there and work with tremendous people and athletes and it's going to be some days that you need to be a little bit harder on them, and some days you got to be a little bit more of a give them a hug or whatever they need that day. It's going to be different days, and that's what I love about my job is that you work with people. It's not robots out there, and you know, you press the button and everything's going to go well. There are no guarantees in sports and no guarantees you're going to have success. But to me, success is that you have a plan and you're fulfilling that plan to the fullest every day. And that's my goal of being here, period, to be part of these guys. And I want them to have success because I'm here to help them out more than anything they want to know. You know, like this is not about me; it's about them. I want them to have success that they maybe didn't have last year. They were really longing for. So you know, and that's why I'm here. Corner right there, and we got the corner one, and so.
Well, you know what? Thank you so much for taking your time. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm gonna send those zoo guys a little note.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to play against them, but it was good to see them.
There we go.
Appreciate it.
And if ever you need another ride, please let me know. Okay.
I sure will.
We'll be around.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. It was fun.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
You need any chocolate or anything? Sometime?
Anything you want to spare? Absolutely.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
Who doesn't want an IKEA bag, right?
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks again.
Take care. Bye,
yeah,
everybody.
thank you.